the San Francisco 49ers faced the Green Bay Packers. Steve Young versus Brett Favre. The Packers had beaten us the last 2 or 3 years running in the playoffs. Had eliminated us out of the playoffs. Basically preventing us to try to get back. Preventing us from getting to the Super Bowl. So it was like a big deal. Like, I'm like, we have to beat the fucking Green Bay Packers. We never beat the Packers. This is a playoff run. We're playing them again in the playoffs. We could not lose to these guys a third or fourth straight, 4 times. No, we have to fucking beat them. So close game, back and forth game. It's actually shown on NFL Network a lot as like one of the NFL's great games. So it's one of the historic games of the history of the league.
Right.
So back and forth game, all this and that. And there's 8 seconds to go. And Terrell Owens is running down the middle of the and fucking Steve Young fucking almost falls down, dude. He almost trips over his lineman's foot, dude. And I see him starting to go down. I'm like, no! Please, Steve, do not go down. And fucking Steve fucking regained his balance, fired a dart in between like 3 or 4 Packers, dude. And he caught it, and he fucking held on to it, dude. And we won the game. And I never was more happy. Hey, it was just crazy all that whole day, like how that day shaped me. Holy shit. So much more than just a game. So when I hear people say, oh, it's just a game, like, oh man, it triggers me. I mean, I'm better about it now.
I feel that.
I won't say anything now, but because I'm like, I expend too much energy arguing like this. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, why not just expend my energy with this? Yeah, 1998 wild card game. Green Bay Packers at San Francisco 49ers. And you know what's even cooler about being a Niner fan is that my uncle had season tickets for like 25 years.
Nice.
And then when they got the new stadium, he stopped getting them. He didn't really like that they were moving over to where the new place is. But the reason why you should care about sports is because first thing I would say probably would be competition. Like watching other people drive themselves to be better, physically, mentally, and see that transfer over into their actual real life. Guys who have careers after the game is because they take what they learned from the sport and they transfer it over into business. And there's so many examples of that. Magic Johnson is kind of the first one that comes to my mind. He was kind of like the first, athlete to cross over into like actual business, like owning a business and running businesses. Michael Jordan had like his shoes and everything, and he sold shoes, but he didn't own the company. He didn't have Air Jordan yet. You know what I mean? He was, he was doing a lot of stuff with Nike, and he wasn't kind of alpha on his own until later on in his career. Magic fucking right away. So watching that and then trying to apply that to your own life and kind of seeing like, my thing is that sports is an example of life. It's a mirror of life, and you can use the things that you go through when you play sports and you play an organized competition sport. You can take what you learn from that and apply it to your life. Like when I went to the Navy, like I didn't fucking stay in the Navy. They kicked me out of boot camp. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was only there for like 6 weeks. But in those 6 weeks, people would say it would suck. Oh, they bust their ass. They bust your ass. But I would not trade that experience for anything because it helped me become more responsible and a better person. So I feel like sports can do that for you too. Sports can teach you discipline, competition, and bettering yourself. And to watch other people do that is exciting, I think. Watching other people compete and strive to be great. That's something that I love about sports too. Pertaining to my story that I told, like that's, sports was so much bigger than just 22 guys on a field trying to beat each other. It was my life. You know what I mean? So that's why you should, it could be sports can be a part of your life. It can be that impactful,
Right.
There's tons of examples, tons and tons of examples, for all over the world, from tennis to soccer to football to baseball barriers get broken through sports too. Sports is important. I believe it is important. And that's why I care about it so much. And that's why I pay attention to it so much. And that's why I'm here. I want to do this. I want to do this for a living. I want to spread across that message. So if you're actually watching, I hope you bear with me through, everything that's going to get edited down and put into the actual podcast or whatever. I don't even know where I was going with that. I totally lost track.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Kind of rambled on there, but
nah, bro, nah. Good answer.
Yeah.
That's its own 5-minute YouTube video. Why should you care about sports?
Yeah.